So I have a twofer for you today. So I was just speaking with my niece on the phone, and she got into it. Well, she really didn't get into it. She was disciplining her son, and I noticed a pattern that happened to happen. So when my child, I have a 28-year-old and I have a 4-year-old. Now, when my daughter was growing up, I used to tell her and her stepbrother, this is not the Disney Channel, because they was taking on behaviors of the Disney Channel. And when I say that, I'm saying that the Disney Channel has started removing the parent as the parent position and started making them the comic relief of the show, and made the kids like they were so mature and they could do things on their own and they made all the sense, and that's how the children started acting. So then here comes Love and Hip Hop, and you see what situations that come out of. And I tell my daughter all the time, this is not Love and Hip Hop, because look at what happened to Shanquella when that was explained. Like, you think you're on a girls trip and you want to go and have an argument and fight and think it's got to be drama and the world centers around you, and it'll be something real minuscule, but they want to create all this drama around it and whip their phones out and videotape everything. Like, boo, you ain't got to videotape everything. And that just shows you're desensitized to the situation and the things going on around you. Some things are major, and you so desensitized you pick up a phone instead of your compassion and your empathy or whatever comes out, sympathy, to assist and help someone else. You think you got to have validation and pick up a phone and put something out, and it's just too much. So what's going on now is, I think, like, they're programming. It's like almost like they're programming the kids through the video games in the shows now, because you have some guy yelling at the screen while he's playing the game, and they're teaching our kids other words that mean, because I was like, what the hell is oof? What is oof? Oof means to die. So my son, 4, who plays Roblox, was running around here talking about, I oofed, ooh, you oof. So you're desensitizing him to death, not letting him understand that death is final and what have you. So, and I noticed that when he broke his TV, he didn't act that way. When he broke his TV, he had to look at PBS Kids, and because it's channel 15 right here. So when he had to look at that, his attitude was different. He was more calm. It wasn't so combative and competitive. I didn't have to say stop yelling he's yelling at the phone, okay? He's yelling at the phone like he's playing with the people on TV that yells at their phone. at their TV screen when they're playing the game. So what kind of programming are you trying to give our kids? That they are victims, they can dish it all out, but they cry victim soon as somebody does it back to them. Oh, you hurt me, you did this, you did that. But they turn right back around and do it to the other person with no regard. So this weekend I will be removing the TV that he has in his room now, because the other TV only gets channel, it doesn't have internet hooked up to it, so he will be looking at PBS Kids from now on, because I'm not playing that. There ain't no desensitization right here. As soon as you go to try to discipline one of the kids these days, you pop them, they crying bloody murder. Or even if you walk towards them, they're crying bloody murder. You don't even know if I'm going to pop you or not, stand you in the corner. It's detrimental for you. But you want to turn around and try to embarrass somebody or make them feel bad, and hell no, not in this household. So that will be fixed. I'm only putting this out here to say that watch what your kids are playing, who they watch on YouTube, because this comes on YouTube's kids, okay? That comes on YouTube Kids too. Just watch the content and what the content might be programming your kid to do, because this is what's desensitizing them to death, killing, being unempathetic towards someone else's feelings, but want all the empathy for them. We ain't raising no narcissists around here, baby. We don't do that. So the earlier we can check it, the earlier it'll get checked. And that's what we're going to do. But I'm just putting that out there because it was some insight. I was like, this reminds me of when Disney removed the parents from this show. This reminds me when everybody started wanting to look like every girl on Love and Hip Hop, getting their eyebrows done. Ain't nothing wrong with eyebrows and lashes and hair, but does everybody have to have the same hairstyle and the same eyelashes, act the same way? What's the difference? Where's the conformity? Where are you acting like yourself? Beauty is within your own beauty. You see me. I don't care how many times my dad asked me 5 times, why you shaving your hair like that? Because I want to. I'm a warrior. That's what we do. I step outside the box and become and stay myself. Regardless of how anybody else feel about how I feel about myself, I have those feelings about myself. You're not going to put me in a box in any kind of way. And I'm not going to allow my child to be programmed by media and TV. Once I catch it, I stop it. As soon as possible. I won't have attention hungry kids or children looking outside of. No, I won't have adults because I'm not raising children. I'm raising good adults. I don't have adults looking outside themselves for validation when all they need. That takes up too much time to learn that fact growing up when you can learn it right now. It's something that could be taught at home right now. So that was just a little bit I had to say. Wanted to put that out there real quick. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all weekend.